Now, we're going to talk about the division within the conservative ranks in the US, but the Democrats have got divisions as well. And moreover, this shutdown, the 8 Democrat Senate caucus defectors who joined the Republicans to reopen the government are facing a almighty backlash. And so is Chuck Schumer, Kosha, for not stopping them. So there are Democrats, some of the more radical ones who seem to be leading the party these days, saying this was a capitulation. We should have kept going.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and most of those are from purple moderate states to even red states where there's somehow a Democrat in power, so they're a little bit, in terms of their personal political situation, more vulnerable. But the Chuck Schumer thing is interesting because he wasn't able to whip them all into place. And on a personal level, many people are speculating that at some point sooner, if not later, AOC is going to challenge him for that Senate seat in New York. And that's just very interesting, where she is on the rise in some way with where that party is. He's ostensibly of kind of the old guard, Nancy Pelosi retired, et cetera. So that's going to be very interesting. And everybody's watching if he's going to just preemptively announce his retirement like Nancy Pelosi or risk a possible challenge from AOC.
And what an incredible job Nancy Pelosi has done to increase her own personal wealth during her time in public office. You look at what her salary was during that period and how her net wealth or net asset position has increased. It is quite remarkable. So if she can have any stock tips she wants to impart, I will be following them very religiously.
She's Warren Buffett trapped in the body of a congresswoman, that's what I say.
Absolutely. Now, before you go, there is these deep divisions forming within conservative ranks. You've got the likes of Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Matt Walsh on the one side, and then you've got Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin and others on the other. There's all sorts of calls to disavow certain people, to not platform them, a form of really cancel culture that you thought was something that the left specialised in. How do you see that? And is it just going to hold back the Republicans going into the midterms if there's all this infighting in the conservative ranks?
It's not helpful. And Republicans always were famous for having this circular firing squad, they used to say. And the Democrats, say what you will, they're very united generally, and they put on a united front. So it's certainly not helpful. But maybe it was unavoidable. And this is the party that likes to debate issues, and that leads to that. The root cause of it is the Israel issue.
Yeah,
that is, like, of course, a deep topic, but that is has been brewing for a long time. There's a sharp divide between those two camps. And then off the back of that, I think censorship and free speech and all of that hangs into that, where one side is saying that some views are so bad, we shouldn't be wasting time, we shouldn't be platforming, and we should be canceling people who do that. And the other side says, no, that's against the principle of free speech. So I think that's sort of the 1-2 punch of this issue, and it's going to be very interesting. The last thing I will say on that is that the side against Israel, or at least not against, but kind of neutral and feels like the U.S. has done enough, is ascendant, because everybody under the age of 30 is on that side. I would say the Tucker, Matt Walsh side of the camp. And so that is the side growing, and the side that favors Israel is literally dying out of the electorate. They're the elderly people, 70 plus. So this is not going to end.
That is in itself a topic we've discussed previously, because some of the polling that's come out, and I don't know if that polling will change now that the war is over, but certainly there were dramatic shifts in the public opinion towards Israel across the board. And with younger people, the shifts were enormous, from memory, 40, 50 points. So
right. In such a short period of time.
In a few years. So that is certainly something I think would be concerning a lot of people. But yeah, we'll keep watching that debate. Kosha Gada, thank you so much for your time tonight.